Oh hey, it's Wes. And today, I've been doing some product photography, some glass on white backgrounds. And I was using, a very expensive specialized lens. But do you need a $1,300 or $2,000 lens to do professional product photography? Or can I just use this, the new Viltrox 35 1.7 Air lens? So this isn't even one of their big heavy metal lenses. Less than $200, lightweight, easy to use, tiny little lens. Let's give it a try. But before we do that, we're going to talk about how we get this job done. You've probably seen tutorials before, but if not, let's do that. It's not that hard. Well, it's not that expensive, I should say. Foam core. You can get these at the dollar store, Walmart sometimes. Couldn't find it at Walmart. You want the matte black, very useful. And depending on the look that you're going for, you'll want either the matte white or the shiny white. I'm using the shiny white. I like a nice white. If you get the matte white, you can then take a piece of plexiglass and lay it on top of that if you want to change your mind to get some shine going on. Or if you want like super duper shine, I could still put plexiglass on top of this. Or like ultimate shine, just lay a big mirror down as the base. And we'll see what that looks like in a moment here. And those are about $1.50 Canadian each. In the States, they're probably $1 each. And so if we look behind me here, we have our setup. You don't need to see me. So we have a foam core on top, a foam core on each side held with little clamps. These are the black ones. We'll talk about why that's important in a minute. Then we have a white foam core in the middle here. And it used to be that people would just use flash to do this, but no more. Using continuous lights is so much cheaper and easier these days. I'm using a Colbor CL220R as a backlight. And we have the new small rig RC220B Pro as the front light. Front light, not always needed, but you do want a light with a fair amount of power, or you're going to be using very slow shutter speeds that can introduce shake or higher ISOs that reduce your image quality. And here are cameras down here on a tripod. We're using an A7 Mark IV. Currently we have the specialty lens mounted on it. We have that tethered to the computer. We have a monitor to the side here because it's kind of hard to see what the camera's doing here. And it's nice for the customer, the client, to be able to see that monitor without like the focus peaking and all that going on to show them what's going on here. Let's swap out our lens. Oh, this thing is heavy. Big ol' macro lens going out, tiny Viltrox lens going in. Obviously, this would ideally be done with an APS-C body, so I'm using an A7 IV, so we're cropped in. That gives us an equivalent focal length of 52.5 millimeters, which is close enough for me. All right, so our first shot, we can still see the edges of the softbox. And this is where our black cards come in. The defining edges on the bottle are coming from the black sides, and that gives us our beautiful outline. So we're gonna move those cards in. We're gonna bring the softbox down a little bit so that all we're seeing is the white from the softbox and then the cards on the sides. Go, and we'll try to center this. Let's find out what our minimum focus distance is on this lens. We're gonna go to manual focus. I'm gonna focus in all the way here. There. And then I'm gonna bring my product in until I see my focus peaking hit. Oh, that is much closer than I thought I'd be able to get in this lens. Wow, impressive. Very nice. Could be a little sharper. Need to get my focus a little better here. I'm gonna change this to f8 because the lens is probably sharper at f8 anyway. Yeah, my focus is off a tiny bit. There we go, that should be better. Nice, that is super sharp. So I'm at 1/100th of a second, f8, ISO 100. Nice. So right now the logo on the front's not very well, it's not shiny, so I'm going to turn on this side softbox here. Take a second to turn on. There we go. Got a bit too much of a shine on the logo down to the level of the camera. So if I raise this light just a little, show you the first shot. Raise the light just a little, my reflection is gone, but my logo is now more visible. Now we're seeing some weird reflections on the cap, and I think it's actually my hand. So I'm gonna remove my hand from the camera, crouch back, take that picture, and my hand is gone. Now, as far as the look on the top of the cap, we can get into huge detail here, but I'd rather not, about adding another flag. So sometimes when you're doing shots like this, you'll put a white board here or a black board here just to create the particular look that you're going for. But overall, when you're doing a clear glass photo shoot like this, you want almost all of your light to be coming from behind, because that makes the glass really come to life and have shape and texture. Let's try another one that's much more difficult. I'm gonna bring this light back down, so I need a little more light on the front here with this very dark bottle. I'm gonna lower my shutter speed to get a little more light coming through the bottle, and take that. There we go. Gorgeous. It is sharp, fantastic. And you can even have a little fun with it here. Let's put it on an angle. Confirming my focus, and go. All right, there you have it. Professional product photography with some cheap boards and a cheap lens. No big deal. You can get the job done. If you want to pick up one of these, it's going to be linked down in the description below to help support this channel and feed my fat cats. Until next time, let's go take some photos.